Stop this pig from violating her constitutional rights.
Oh, whatever, my God. Everybody's all got these constitutional rights. And that wasn't the way it was when money was backed by gold, sir. I got Mom Penny give me 3 sticks of candy.
Nothing changed. The people with money still have rights and the rest of us don't.
3 sticks of candy.
Oh, you know what? Can I say something? I've never voted in my life, and I'm a born-again Christian. I'm a believer of Jesus Christ. And what happened was one day God told me, he says, I want you to pray for Trump. And I said, what's going on, God?
You heard voices in your head
That's
telling
what
you.
God tells me. And you know what happened?
All Christians have God in their head, sir. All
No, they don't.
Oh,
Only
my
the
God, you're
schizophrenic ones.
Oh, my goodness.
Excuse me. Officer, this woman is saying she's hearing voices in her head and is asking on it. That is a 5150. She needs to be 5150. She's a danger to yourself or others. She's saying she's hearing voices and acting one. Ask her. And other dude says all Christians hear voices in their head.
So because someone said that they hear voices, that alone is criteria to me.
Yeah, schizophrenic, right?
It's not.
Yeah.
It's not.
Yeah.
She has displayed nothing to me that shows that she is a danger to herself, others, or is gravely disabled. Because she expresses an opposite opinion of yours that is not gravely disabled.
No, she says she heard the voice in her head.
What does that tell you? How does that explain either of those 3 things?
I said it's common for believers to hear God's voice. It doesn't mean
It's called schizophrenia.
No, it's not schizophrenic.
Ma'am, can you just grab your stuff and leave? There's no need to engage. Thank you.
And shame on you for trying to take her right to collect petition signatures. She has that right, no matter, even if we don't like her.
All right, that's fine. If you believe that, that's fine.
Our beliefs don't fucking matter. You're paid to enforce the law, not your opinion.
Goodbye.
You're dismissed.
Thank you, sir.
Weak ass bitch. Soldiers don't stand for your rights. These pigs don't stand for your rights. Trumptards don't even know what your rights are. Men like me stand for your rights.
You hear your voices, sir. You don't hear voices, huh?
Nope, I do not hear voices. And I get asked regularly because I know all about 5150. The fact that you do makes you a danger to yourself and others. These people are out here telling people coronavirus is a hoax, and they hear God talking in their head telling them to vote for Trump.
You know so much it's not
Stop
true.
it.
Well, you know so much
You stop it. You stop breathing.
Oh my goodness.
Clean up the gene pool. Make this community a better place.
Where'd that mind come from?
That ain't no God. That's from me. Hang yourself. Drop a toaster in the bath with
Oh
you.
my God, what was Trump before he went for politics?
A reality show
He wasn't a racist
star.
Why is he
An
racist
actor.
now? Why is he racist now?
He's been known as a racist all his life, but you're the first one to bring up racism.
You know some. I don't want to lose this phone. Diana, I'm sorry. This is just such I know. He's stuck a piece of shit. You know? He doesn't even know what the Constitution said. He doesn't know what he's supposed to do. He's just here to talk to us.
I don't know what the Constitution says. It's only a couple of pages, you fuckwads. I've read the Constitution every word of it several times.
I'm not doing anything. I instigated it. I think it's of Satan. I think this man is of Satan right here. It's not of God.
Hey, these guys are out here telling people coronavirus is a hoax. We got to recall the governor and end this lockdown.
Four times yesterday. God's work. 4 times yesterday.
You're doing God's work, huh? So he's too weak to do it for himself. He needs a scrawny old man and a very not scrawny old woman. Do his work for her, him, it, whatever. Does God have gender identity issues? Yeah, I met one of you guys yesterday, hardcore anti-vaxxer, said he's never going to take a vaccine.
Well, we've already been in the study, sir. We've already been trying to save your life 2 or 3 ways.
By doing what those voices in your head that you think are God told you to do?
Don't give me
Come on. No, run like chicken.
Yeah, you are running like chickens. I stood my ground and went to jail for it.
Yeah, well, you got all your instigations and all your spiritual webs and moves and... Are you a spirit? You must be a witch. You fucking must be a witch.
A witch, really.
You're a witch.
Actually, the original definition of witchcraft was people into science and stuff. People, any answer is not Christ, he was crucified. And yeah, I am a nerd. Let's see what the trumptards are driving. What the fuck was Target doing with the unbiased opinion thing? Hold up. Virus is a hoax. You're unbiased in that decision? You're the cop saying, well, people might have a strong opinion about it, so you can't say it. Oh, my friends, I'm sorry, that's not how freedom of speech works. You can't be restricted from saying it because other people might object. Let them say it and ridicule them for it. Cops trying to get my ID. Oh, it's the normal course of business. The fuck you need my ID for? Only thing I'm doing is recording people at a political stand outside of market. You don't need my fuck ID. I was a scared pig too. Where'd they go? Should be easy to pick out which car they're in. There they are. Talking to the cops on the side. You here to tell the police officer I was being violent with a friend or person with her? I forget what descriptor she used, but the other person with her? I never said a word to him before I turned the camera on. He was saying this thing to everyone that went in, so when I went to the store to shop, I made a note. Okay, when I come out, and I shopped languidly. You know, I took my time. I fucking had to ask employees where my shit was. Well, they got a campsite set up in the Target parking lot. I thought you were going to a car. That's just a squat. And I wish I could do that. Those trees are, I could tie off to those trees right there. I have a place to run in and go to the bathroom. If you are hearing voices in your head and responding to them, you need to tell your psychiatrist. You need help.
Let me fucking with you, brother. Let me fucking with you. You're coming and tracking us right now. I could call them and have you start on tracking. Get the fuck out of here. Give me that fucking phone. This motherfucker's got. You bit off more than you can fucking chew, motherfucker. You're tracking us.
I bit off more than I can
You
chew.
don't leave fucking things alone, do you? You like to fuck with little dogs, right? Little dogs. You kick little dogs on the way out, right? Who the fuck are you? You're nobody. Get the fuck out of here.
What are you talking about?
Oh, what the flying fuck? You don't know God. You know so much it's not true.
Did that cop just give you information?
So much it's not true.
Did you just get information from that cop about me?
I didn't get nothing, brother. Leave me alone. Just go away.
What did you just talk
I have
about?
nothing to do with you. I don't even know your fucking name. What the fuck are you doing?
That's what I'm saying. How would
We're
you?
just sitting here by ourselves.
How would you
Let
be
us
able to
be
say
by
what you
ourselves.
just
That's
said?
the way gone.
How would you know to say what you just said if that cop didn't give you information about me? I got every second of our interaction recorded. The cop told you who I
See
was.
this little finger now?
I told the cop I'd refuse to identify.
Don't say, you know, so much is not true, sir. So much is not true. That's what bugs me about that little finger.
That is a mountain. That is a gold nugget.
You know so much is not true, bro. You know so. You don't have no research at all. It came down from the skies, from this newscast. You don't even know anything.
I'm doing the research right now. That police officer just told you stuff about me. Like my identity.
I'm gonna walk. Let's go.
Yeah, I know.
I just came to sit here.
I know. I mean, we were having a couple of this before. Now he's coming bringing this stuff. And we're just in the park.
I'm gonna have to file a Freedom Information Act for what that cop talked to you about.
This is it right here. You
What was his name?
Information that's not true.
What prompted you to say what you just said a minute ago? What other explanation do you have?
Let's go in Target. We can't follow this. Come on, let's go.
Fuck, I can, man. I got some questions now.
Okay, well, no, we got some answers too. Your answers are no questions.
Why did you say what you just
no
said?
Questions. This is the little finger. I got no.
Why'd you say that
information
shit
from
about the
you.
dog?
Oh my goodness! Because I own dog, brother.
Why did you say that?
What? Say what?
The shit about the dog right now.
The shit about the dog. What the fuck are you talking about? What the fuck?
I got the whole thing on
Well,
video.
then record it. I don't give a shit. Nobody does either. Nobody cares what I said. You think I'm anybody special? Oh, fuck no.
That cop told
Oh,
you
goodness.
my
You know
identity,
so much is
my
not
personal
true.
history.
God, you know so much is not true. You automatically didn't hear nothing. Just like you know nothing.
You're right, I was out of earshot and I'm paying a price because now I'm operating the gap of ignorance. I didn't hear what he said to you. All I heard is what came out of your mouth. How and why, I don't know.
What are you paying a price for? What are you trying to, what is your bottom line here, brother? What are you trying to commit to? What's your motive for this? You know? Make sure that I know the truth, or make sure that I say the truth, or
Make sure that people see what Trump
to
supporters
see the
are.
truth. Where did you get this information, bro? You're a research artist? I was.
The guy that listens to Trump 3 hours a day every night for 6 weeks. Did I get that quote right?
Yeah,
Is that the
13
correct?
characters on each check. 2,800 checks a minute. How many characters is that, bro? That's what I maintenance. 38.90 check service. Anyway, I work for a living, brother. And you're working to make my living harder. You know? And I'm sorry that it has to happen. But Patrick Henry said one thing real important. This country doesn't work without God, and it doesn't. It doesn't, brother.
Let's see, who was it? Thomas Jefferson that said Christianity is the greatest abomination mankind has ever made?
Look at you two. Look at the Trump rally. I bet you couldn't stand the
Man,
first
get
guy.
this. These Trumptards just got told by the police who I was. They're up here in front of the Target telling people coronavirus is a hoax. You gotta vote Trump, build a wall, all this. And the cops told them who I was. So the cops refused to identify, but they know who I am. So they told some dude, now I don't know who he is, but he knows who I am. Is that fair? No comment? You don't stand against Trump? Black with the Bible with no opinion about Trump.
Mind your business, Mom. Just step off. That's right.
You better hope he loses. He's not going to, but there's, it's up in the mix well enough. And he's unfortunately gonna win. Oh, fuck. But after he does, shit's gonna get rough, man. Shit's gonna get real rough. Remember, men like me stood against it. Step off. Niggas don't know who he talking to. I'll piss him off just for fun. Oh, you don't even know, small fry. You on a personal phone call?
Sorry?
Are you on a personal phone call?
I am.
Sorry. Fuck, I don't want to ask the target people if they got that cop's ID because they were talking together. I didn't interrupt her. She on break. She got a target, so I'm working for now. Hey, I need to talk to the manager.
I'm sorry?
Can I speak to the manager?
Yeah, where? I'll come to come this way, is that okay?
Sure, that's fine. I don't know which one of them was the manager. Yeah, and I asked you that because I didn't want to bother you on break if you weren't working. I asked you that because I didn't want to bother you if you're on break, if you weren't working.
Yeah, I was, but not anymore.
Yeah. Let someone that's getting paid handle the problem, right? Yeah.
Yeah, someone's gonna come though. They should be coming right now.
Your lightsabers. You also have the Lorraine's dark saber.
Yeah?
I could have chose that, but I decided with the two outpost ones.
Nice. I love your shirt.
Thank you. It's Captain Marvel.
I know, it's so awesome.
I have a Captain America costume.
Are you gonna wear it on Halloween?
Sure am.
Okay. Thanks for the one basket. Is she coming? Is she coming? Yeah.
Just over here with you, okay?
All right. Hey, I wanted to know if the police officer was in here talking to you all, if he left his information with you, who he was.
Do you need help?
The cop went and told these guys my identity. I refused to identify myself, and he didn't have any legal right to identify me, but they know who I am because I'm famous, and they told these guys. So now I don't know who the two other protesters, I don't know who they are, but they know my name, my location, my business, everything. And the cop's not supposed to do that. I clearly said I refuse to identify, and he gave my name to other civilians at a protest. That's horribly illegal.
Sorry, what happened?
The police officer that was just here and in here talking to you guys about the guys out front, the protesters, he gave my personal information to them.
How did he get your information?
I'm famous. They just know me. I'm a YouTube creator, a civil rights activist that goes for police accountability and film the police regularly. So,
I see.
yeah.
So you went to get his information, is that correct?
Yeah, he was in here a long time talking to me about there was a woman that tried to run another woman down out here with a car. I missed that part, but that's what they were saying.
Did not see that. I just came back from my lunch, so I'm not get caught up in what's going on?
Well, that happened before I got here,
Okay.
and they called the cops for that, and the cop was here dealing with that.
Okay.
And then I counter-protested when I came out from shopping, okay, and the cop was already here dealing with the other situation. And then, and then the police pulled over there and talked to the two guys, and then the two guys started taunting me with information about my criminal history and my civil rights activism.
Who was taunting you?
The two protesters out front. And I still have no idea who they are. Yeah, they're over. When I started talking to you, they were right here behind me.
The cops.
I think he told me.
The cop tried to tell him to leave, but then me and the woman had to tell the cop that unfortunately, no, you're not supposed to be able to make them because they are collecting petitions for political. The petition, they have the right to do that because of California law. So the cop tried to tell him to leave, but she knew the law to sight, and so did I. So. I don't know what to make of that, but yeah, they have the right to stand out there and collect petitions. But I have every right to talk shit.
Didn't have the information, I think.
Yeah, he was dealing with the other incident report with 20 minutes for you guys before I ever spoke to anyone. So I was
Right.
hoping he'd said who he was to you guys.
Yeah, I didn't get his name. But
I didn't get his name either. I just caught him on video stopping to talk to these guys, and then these guys started taunting me about I used to have a service dog, and there's a bunch of fucking problems with it. They started taunting me about that right after they spoke with the cops on video. I didn't hear what they said. I was 2 hours away, but
yeah. So he wants to get the cops' information.
yeah, the guy that was
Do you
the
want
one
to speak
here.
to our security here and maybe they...
Sure, yeah. I was just hoping he had done that. He left his information because he was dealing with the other incident, the car accident or whatever. They weren't, the protesters out here weren't against me at first. They was talking to me like normal.
Yeah.
And she was telling me, two women were out here, and one of them tried to hit the other one with the car, and I didn't.
Oh yeah, we got it. Perfect, thank you.
I think they're on their way and then we can ask them. Just because I wasn't here when any of this was happening, so I don't have any of that information.
This
for
is
you.
all piecemeal now. That's why I'm hoping. I didn't bother asking the cop for ID because when he asked for mine, he accepted my refusal. But then I saw him pull up and talk to the dudes, the guy and the girl, and then they started taunting me, yelling about my dog and kicking dogs and shit. I have an animal cruelty charge because the police took my service dog and hit me with that after I got millions of views on videos of the police fucking up. Right after, as I went for, I did it for years. And, yeah. And those random protesters wouldn't have known that shit either. I didn't tell them who I was. I didn't.
Yeah.
Hey, the cop that was here for a long time, did you get his information?
I only know his first name, but you would have to.
I'll take whatever, yeah.
I mean, all I know is his name's Eric.
His name's Eric.
Yeah.
Okay, well that's something I probably, honestly, with the way they do dispatch, there'll be record of him coming here. So an officer named Eric came to Target at this time. I probably, the dude went, the other two protesters, he told them my personal information.
Oh, I wasn't aware of that.
Me either, but I caught him on video. I'm a civil rights activist and I filmed the police, and he pulled over and talked to me in the corner of the lot. And right after he pulled off, they started yelling at me and taunting me about kicking dogs and shit. And that's my criminal, I was just telling them.
So if you want, boss, let's go ahead and step outside and talk about it. I totally understand.
Sure, yeah.
It's just we're a family store and I don't want anyone to
Yeah, no problem. If you're a family store, what do you think about the First Lady? The sarcastic point, but Trump's been up to,
I got you, boss. You know, at the end of the day.
Okay, so that's the information, Eric. Thanks. It's always hard to get information on the cops, but they're supposed to keep tabs on that. Supposed to be able to figure out who it is, and that's completely uncalled for him to identify me to the other protesters. I didn't even ask their name. Also, it's not really important. What they were saying is the only issue. I don't care who they are. That's not an issue.
I understand.
But it is now one-handed. They know how to come bother me on YouTube, but I have no idea who they are.
Yeah, of course. No, I understand. I didn't, like I said, I didn't know he did that, but
He did it after he spoke with you. They were way back there in the corner of the lot. I saw the cop talking to him, and I recorded. The whole time I've not turned my camera on. The whole 52-minute unbroken recording.
Yeah.
So as soon as I cut off, the dude starts hollering at me about kicking dogs and shit.
Yeah.
I have an animal cruelty charge because I'm a service dog rights activist. It pissed off the police. They couldn't, no way, strangers could know all that.
Yeah.
Except the minute after the cop pulls off, they start taunting me about that.
I completely understand about that, but yeah.
You're good. You guys didn't do anything.
Yeah, that's all I know, because, like, You know, officers do come and like when I take like their police report, they only give us their first name.
That's
So,
fine. That's honestly that's enough with
Yeah.
the location and everything.
Yeah, if you want, I know.
Eric too. It's a very white name.
It is. It is. So if you want, I know the police department station's right down the street.
Oh really?
So,
I'll be
yeah.
circulating in this area.
I
Chill
know
up the street.
if you do, just take Fairview. So go right here, make a left on Baker up this street right here. Make a right on Fairview. It's straight down here.
I'll end up doing that to get a video out of it, just because.
Yeah.
Asked the boss, the watch commander comes out and talks to you. Well, what's the problem? What's the problem? Officer told these protesters who I am. Why? It's something that I didn't even ask. I didn't even think to ask.
Yeah, of course. No, I understand.
All right, sorry about the trouble and whatever. They unfortunately do have the right to do what they were doing. I don't like them. I told them they should hang themselves to clean up the gene pool. But they do have the right to collect petition signatures the way the shit is. So,
Yeah. Well, terribly sorry about that, man. Take care, all right?
have a good one. You're dead serious too. Like you think your wants have any effect on me? I'm dead fucking serious. Go on to heaven, ho. Like clean up the gene pool, straight up. But they do have the right to do it. And we can't, because of our system, you gotta do the petitions to get law voted on. You kind of have to let people do that. So, yeah, but I got every right to film them. I got every right to say the opposite of whatever they say. They do have the right to be there.